Make sure that's cranked down. Now it's picking up, and you can see where it's picking up. If you crank,
Test, test, test. Beautiful. Know how to do this?
not from this setup. Is it just? Is it?
Um, yeah, you just turn. Yeah, you just turn it
Yeah.
out like that. All right, Aaron, I'm gonna be going on. I got a number on here, so I should be good. Um, all right, I'll be on in a second. Hello and welcome to beautiful Bettendorf, Iowa, where today on Saturday, May 16th, we have a game between the Rogue women versus the Minnesota Monarch women. This game is in the women's open division and will help determine who can move on to the next round. This is Jackson Hampton on the call. And to start for the Rogue or for the Monarch women, we have in goal Paula Blum. Left wing, we have Madeline Bjorklund. Left back, we have Victoria Levanova. Center, we have Olga Kasian. Pivot, we have Lottie Peters. Right back, we have Cassie Heinrichs. And right wing, we have number 31, Julia Williams. In this competition, we play two 25-minute halves, and the games can end in a tie. So at this stage in the competition, we do not play any sort of overtime. It is just two 25-minute halves. Just doing the final checks from the referees. And it looks like there's a wet spot on the court. So we will be waiting. Just another minute. For Rogue.
Apparently, there was this game determines a lot of like the seating.
Sure. For Rogue at right wing, we will have number 5, Beatrice Cangas Perez. At right back, it looks like we have number 18, Casey Sweezy. At center, number 11, Julia Taylor. At pivot, number 99, Jessica Custer. And I cannot see the left back and left wing from my angle. And we are off. Rogue women have the ball first. And the Rogues' left wing is number 22, Sarah Hollis. Left back is number 9 with the ball, Kathleen Darling. There's a turnover by Rogue caused by 29, Madeline Bjorklund. Some of the keys to the game watch if you're the Monarchs. You really got to watch out for Victoria right here. She has an absolute rocket attached to her right shoulder and can score from any place in the court. Monarchs are getting around quickly. It's exactly what you want to see if you're a Monarch fan. You want that quick ball movement. And we see right now the ref has raised his hand. That means we have passive play, and Monarchs have 5 passes that they can make. They're still in it, so I believe they only have 3 passes left. Two passes left. And a save from Rogue. That is number, what is that, number 10? Number 10, Kaiten Scherer. And an absolutely beautiful left wing shot from number 22, Sarah Hollis, for our first goal of the game by Rogue. A textbook shot into the far post. And that right there is a wrap up. That's going to be a 9-meter call. And so, anybody watching for the first time, that is perfectly fine. It just means we restart play. You can get as many 9 meters as you want as a defender. It does not affect you potentially fouling out or anything. It's not like basketball in that sense. It just means that um, we stop, we restart play, and that's it. And the Monarchs get the rebound. Shot from Victoria, but right there we are going to get a 7-meter. The refs determined that that Rogue was either in the 6-meter line or had stopped her from getting a shot off when Victoria was past her. So a save from the goalie, but Victoria finishes on the rebounds. 1-1 ball game. Sheriff for Rogue has had a couple nice saves so far. We'll see if she can keep that up. Right now, Rogue is getting around left back to right back. Great play by Henricks. And a great shot from number 9. That is Kathleen Darling. 2-1 ball game for Rogue. Inadvertent pass for the Monarchs. Keep it in play. Rogue with their height defensively is just tough to get shots over. The Monarchs are really going to have to worry about, or going to have to try to split those gaps. And just as talked about, another block from the Rogue defense. They're going to work to split those gaps and oh, I guess they call passive, I believe. I cannot tell. One of the keys to the game from Monarchs defensively is to watch the height of 9 and 99. That is a very tall pivot in there, number 99, Jessica Custer. And a tall pivot is tough to guard because they can just stretch those arms up and get the ball anywhere on the court. Lottie Peters going for the steal. And a goal from number 11. That is Julia Taylor, her first of the game. 3-1 ball game for Rogue. Monarchs bring it up court. Haven't been able to find as much success as they've hoped for offensively so far. One thing that I want to look out for is getting into the pivot Lottie Peters. She's had a very good tournament so far with about 15 goals through 2 games. And the Monarchs should be looking to feed her. And they call the travel right here on occasion. And right here, they're going to be calling a 7-meter penalty. Nope. Yes. That's a 7-meter penalty on all occasion. And the reason that that's called a 7 is the Monarchs were not in between Rogue and the Nets. And what a save from Paula Blum. 7 meters penalties are not easy to save. I'd say they have about a 75 to 80% conversion rate. So anytime your goalie can save one, it just gets the benches amped up, gets them excited. 3-1 ball game here. Rogue is up. 18:40 left in the ball game. And so you'll notice the ref has given 2 yellow cards so far. Those are not, they don't really have a ton of significance. Effectively, what they mean is they tell everybody, hey, let's calm down a little bit. Let's not be too aggressive because next time I'm going to call a 2-minute penalty. It's not like soccer where if you get 2 yellow cards or are tossed out of the game, the only way you're tossed out of the game is if you get a red card or if you get 3 2-minute penalties. And occasion trying to get it into Peters in the pivot. Great work by Victoria. Getting back on defense, the hustle is going to be important against this Rogue team that has already liked the fast break multiple times so far. It looks like Rogue is doing some sort of offensive defense substitution here. They've gotten Julia Taylor in the game on the offense, and I believe they've taken her out for defense, and I cannot tell who is in instead of her, but in handball, you're allowed to substitute at any point, and a goal from number 9, Kathleen Darling. The Monarchs are going to have to work to stop that shot. Their second of the game so far. 4-1 ball game. Shot from Olga just slightly off frame. Rogue working it around. Number 9, Darling in the center. Number 18, that is Amanda Ollinger, the right back. The shot from number 11, Julia Taylor, goes in. This is a 5-1 ball game for Rogue. And you'll see right now, 9 and 11 are both leaving on the defensive possessions for 19 and 21. 19 is Amanda Ollinger, and 21 is Ashley Van Reen. Oh, that's a double dribble right there. So we saw she took a dribble, lost control, and then tried to dribble again. Rogue ball, 5-1 ball game, 16 minutes left in this first half. Rogue working it around. Getting on the pivot, number 99, that's Custer. And shots from that left wing again, number 22, Sarah Hollis, her second of the game so far. And you'll notice that shot from Hollis, both of them went high. Blum is probably going to notice that in net and try and have her go low next time, take away that upper corner. But again, both those shots are textbook by Hollis. Not a ton of goalies can save that. Monarchs working it around. Page with a shot just slightly off. I'm sorry, earlier I said the right back for Rogue was Ollinger. I'm sorry, it is Casey Sweezy, number 18, not 19. Vision has never been my strong suit, folks. Trying to get to the pivots, but good defense by Cajun. Rogue working it around. Good defense by Cassie. And there it is. There it is, folks. Paula took away the high shots. And number 22, Hollis, tried to go low, but just could not get it in the frame. 6-1 game. Monarchs with the ball. Pass around the center. That was a great idea. Great idea by Olga. Trying to get it to Kate Doxey at that right wing position. But good defense by number 21, Ashley Van Reen. Monarchs working it around. The length of Rogue has just given the Monarchs fits so far. It is tough to score against a team this tall. And Victoria with the shot saved by the goalie. And right now we will see Lottie Peters get the rebound. And because she was hit from behind in a dangerous way, it is not only a 7-meter shot, but it is a 2-minute penalty for Rogue. So that means she has to be out for the entire 2 minutes, similar to a hockey power play. Except, unlike a hockey power play, she is out the entire time. Even if the Monarchs score, she cannot come back in. Rogue's going to be playing one woman down here. It's a 5-on-6 matchup. But if you're the Monarchs, this is really where you're going to want to start a run. 6-2 game, you're not out of it at all. Oh, they're calling a 2-minute penalty on Lottie Peters. And again, same sort of thing. Because the pivot number 99, Jessica Custer, was past Peters, you're not allowed to grapple her after that point. We have some 5-on-5 handball right now. That would have been a 7-meter shot had she missed it, but she made it, so the refs don't need to call the 7-meter in that case. It's kind of like advantage in soccer in that way. 7-2 game, 12 and a half minutes remaining in this first half. Monarchs working around this 5-on-5. That means there's going to be a lot more open gaps. And they're calling a 9-meter right here. Good shot by Victoria Levanova, but just slightly off target. A reminder that we have to start the 9-meter, the play from where the 9-meter penalty happens. Can't start at the opposite side. Monarchs working it around, and a turnover. Steal from number 19. That is Amanda Ollinger. But they cannot capitalize on the fast break. Hollis is not able to come down to the ball. Great block defensively right there from 19 Ollinger. Rogue works around. They make their offense defense substitution. Again, that's one of the benefits of team handball. You can make those substitutions every time, anytime you want. Unlike basketball, where you have to wait until the play ends. Ball goes out of bounds. You can make it any time. Rogue is full. There it is. Another save by Blum. Monarchs bringing up their fate, playing 5-on-6 right now. Actually, it looks like we just got full. So 6v6. Victoria with the shots. Good save from Scherer. And a new Monarch on the court at pivot. That is Michelle Sullivan. Nine-meter penalty called here. 7-2 ball game, 10 minutes left in this first half. Tough angle. What a save by Blum. That was a low angle shot, a tough shot to make. And Blum comes up with the save. Monarchs working it around. Victoria and Olga. Fake shots. With the Henricks. Pass to Doxy. Tough angle, just not able to hold on to. What a dime from the goalie. That is the exact pass you want right there. And a timeout from the coach of the Monarchs. We're going to do a quick commercial break.
When you're close, you can feel it. You try harder. And you don't give up. Because when you're close, you do more. For the people that matter to you. And for the future, which is just around the corner. Being close is the best place to be. And in Sunneborg, we are close.
And welcome back to Bettendorf, Iowa, for this U.S. Open Nationals matchup between the Rogue women versus the Minnesota Monarchs women. 9:23 left in this ball game. It is 8-2. Rogue is up. Some of the keys of the game so far has just been this Rogue defense. They have tons of length, or it just makes it very tough to get that shot off if you're the Monarchs. And offensively, they've been able to get the ball around, move it around, and work it through that pivot, work it through that left wing. And we are starting the clock. Let's see how the Monarchs adjust. And that is Anne Nyamwaya. Now in at right back. Cassie Henricks is in at center. Moved over. And at left wing, we now have Cecilia Dean in that left wing. One of the founders of this team. Get it in the pivot, Rogue does. That's going to be called a 7-meter right there, simply because number 21 for Rogue, Ashley Van Reen, was able to slightly get past Cecilia Dean there and get that shot off. Once she's past, you have to let her go. That is a goal from number 9, Kathleen Darling. 9-2 ball game, 8:16 remaining. Monarchs working around. Let's see if they can get around with speed. They did their first possession, but haven't seen as much of that speed since. And that's a great shot from Victoria. Like I said at the start of the game, she can shoot from anywhere, from 6 meters, from 9 meters, or even from 15 if she really wanted to. I've seen her make it from all distances. Rogue ball. They're up 9-3. 7:24 remaining. Shot from 19. Amanda Ollinger. Just a little bit off frame. Monarchs bringing it up court. Again, left to right. This is Dean to Levanova to Henricks to Nyamwaya to Doxy with Sullivan and pivots. And with the ball, another great shot from Victoria. 9-4 ball game. Monarchs on a 2-0 run. Let's see how Rogue responds here. They haven't had it offensively the last couple possessions. Able to draw a 7. Outside of that, not a ton. They haven't gotten that movement they had earlier on the game. That's exactly what you want to see. Oh, but it's a travel. And again, a reminder for the fans back home that unlike basketball, you can take up to 3 steps in team handball, but once you take the 4th, the ref's going to call that every time. Tori the pass to Ann. Started up. Victoria's feeling it right now on a 3-0 run all by herself. This was NBA Jam. She'd be on fire. 9-5 ball game. Dolly Parton. Rogue working around. We see another double pivot action from Rogue. Now this does cluster up the middle, but makes it a little bit confusing for the defense. We're going to see a charge from number 22, Hollis. Now the reason that's a charge is because Doxy had her feet planted. And if you have your feet planted and they run into you, it's just like basketball. That's going to call that a charge every day. 9-5 ball game. We've seen the Monarchs offense start to work recently, and just a miss past the pivot. It's a little bit off target. It was a smart idea. The look was there. Rogue working the double pivot action again with 21, Ashley Van Reen, and number 8. But number 9 with a shot. That is Kathleen Darling. 10-5 ball game. Monarchs working around. And at the shots. Save from the goalie, and you'll see right there. The ball went out on the sideline after the save from the goalie. That means it is going to be the Monarchs' ball. If the goalie had saved it and gone on the baseline, so she'd saved it behind her, that is going to be Rogue ball. Occasion with the shots. Van Reen trying to rip it away. Still Monarch ball. 3:30 left in this ball game. 10-5. Rogue is up. And we'll see it's passive play right now. So they only have 3 more passes remaining. I don't know if they see that it is passive. Rogue bring the ball up court. Offense, defense, substitution number 9. Kathleen Darling's back in the game. Let's see if they go that double pivot again. There's the double. Or, no, that is not the double pivot action. A little bit of overlap. Darling's not able to get it on frame, but it is a 9-meter call because she was hit as she was throwing. Number 8, Taylor Telechea in at pivot for Rogue. They're doing some double pivot action. There's Van Reen. Monarchs working around. And just mishandled. Rogue. Oh, nope. It is the Monarch ball still. Refs are calling a 9. Monarchs working around left to right. That might be. Victoria wanted it to there. She thought she got hit in the neck or head area. Generally, a neck or head area hit would be an automatic 2, but evidently she must have been hit on the shoulder instead. This time pass, and Rogue is on a fast break, but Ann with it, the hit. Oh, and she is not able to get that ball. Hollis with the goal. She has been absolutely lethal on the fast break so far. And that's one of the things you need your wings to do. Your wings really do need to get back both defensively and offensively in the fast break because you're going to be leading that if you're a wing. Dean with the shot just a little too inside. Safe from number 10, Scherer. One minute left in this first half. Rogue ball, they were up 11-5. Generally been in control so far this game. Shot from 19, Ollinger. Looks like Van Reen was inside the 6-meter line when she tried to get that rebound. 40 seconds left. Monarchs probably cannot hold until the end of the half, but don't need to work quickly. And a shot from Niamwaya. And there's that fast break from Hollis, as I had mentioned. She's just been killer on that fast break. 16 seconds remaining. Monarchs have to work quickly right now. 8, 7. I don't know if they realize how little time there is. 6, 5, 4, 3. 2. There it is. And we go into halftime. Rogue is up 12-5 on the Monarchs. Been a great game so far. Gonna have a beautiful second half in about 10 minutes, but until then, we're going to do a quick commercial break. So we will be back in just under 10 minutes.
When you're close, you can feel it. You try harder. And you don't give up. Because when you're close, you do more. For the people that matter to you. And for the future, which is just around the corner. Being close is the best place to be. And in Sunneborg, we are close.
discover a treasured part of Florida called the Jewel of the Treasure Coast. For good reason. A fusion of coastal old Florida and new adventures, where sunset dining intertwines with vibrant local art scenes. And tea times meet game days for effortless enjoyment. Uncovered treasure in St. Lucie, Florida.
Yeah, for me, it's already been over a 20-year show. And over those 20 years, it's been constant growth and learning through every situation, whether I was coaching a club in Europe or coaching a club in the United States or playing in the United States or playing in Europe. All of those things had a major impact on what the plan is and what, supports the dream. And that plan is now worldwide, and it's going through Denmark. For me, that plan starts with, taking care of the athletes that we currently had because they've just accomplished a lot. And how do we take care of those athletes? And then how do we take care of our staff? And then financially, how do we support ourselves? So those 3 points. And then comes the fact of, well, how do you build more Americans in the United States playing handball? And that's one of the greatest challenges we've ever had. And there's been highs and lows for that. And we are looking for a more consistent method for that, and that's what's going on right now. Well, for a lot of Americans, that dream is to be in the Olympics, and that's a huge dream. And a lot of it is more reality now because LA is in less than 2.5 years. So now, as that reality and people are facing it every day that goes by, people are realizing they're closer to their dream, and more players want to be involved. And I want to do everything that everything that those players want to accomplish. I want to help them, and there's more than 14 players that want to be in the Olympics. There's a lot more. And going through that and supporting each one of those players is part of the dream I have as well, supporting and then seeing them succeed in that dream. Well, representing the United States is something. It's like representing, if you're from Denmark, it's like when you represent Denmark and you get to put on the colors, you feel, hey, I don't want to lose this, and I want to represent correctly. And I want myself, my staff, and all our players to represent the United States and feel that pride as we, chase not only just this Olympics, but chase the next Olympics after that and the World Championships. And it's going to require a lot of sacrifice from a lot of different people, myself, and a lot of players. Well, the great thing about, being in Denmark and, seeing all the different clubs and the players and the youth and, male and female players, and it's that you can really focus in one area and focus on one thing and, focus on handball, where for me, that's kind of like where Florida will be. Right now I'm recruiting athletes from all over, but as I get associated into Florida, where I am in the Treasure Coast, is, to focus on that area and now really incorporate some handball structure in that area. Now it takes time, and we have a facility, and that's what I will encourage. And I'm encouraging, any club in the United States, whether it's, Cal Heat or New York or LA or Chicago or all the clubs, Ohio State, these college clubs, North Carolina, they all have an infrastructure and they're building within their area, So that's kind of, if you can support those clubs and support, the area and let them work, that's going to be a huge step for handball. For me, the answer is pretty easy. Focus on where you are in the United States and do what you can in there and just do your one job well. And when you do that one job, everything sort of, the dominoes start taking effect because people want to be a part of successful things.
And welcome back to Bettendorf, Iowa. Just about to start the second half, and it is a 12-5 ball game. Rogue is up. Now, some of the keys of the second half. If you're a Rogue, you kind of just want to keep doing what you're doing. Play very stout defensive handball, and then get on the fast break when you can. Hollis has been great on the fast break for Rogue. Getting out there quickly, getting down court, and just finishing once you're there. For the Monarchs, what you really want to see is you want to see them get into the pivot a little bit more. With the height that Rogue has, it's very hard to shoot over top. It's going to be very hard to pass over top. So you're going to want to get those bounce passes into the pivots. And we are off. Monarchs starting off the second half of the ball. Rogue started the first half. Monarchs working around. Putting it to that right wing. Moving it left to right. Trying to get that speed. Henricks with the fake out. And one man down for a Rogue. They're able to get a wing shot, and it looks like we got a 9-meter call. Monarchs from left to right on the court, from left wing to right wing. We have Bjorklund, we have Levanova, we have Cajun, we have Henricks, and we have, that is number 31, Williams with Lottie Peters at pivot. Henricks with a shot. I believe that's a double dribble. It'll start from the same spot that it happened at. 12-5 ball game. Williams going in. Good defense by Levanova. I'm sorry, that was Taylor, not Williams. Now we see Van Ryn on that left wing. Let's see if she does the double pivot again. We have double pivot from the other side. They're switching. Number 5, Beatrice Cangas Perez going in. And that leads to an open shot for Taylor. Monarch ball. Working around left to right. Just off center for Cajun there. Peters with the wrap up. Now let's see what Rogue can do here. First offense possession was exactly as you want, a wide open shot from the back. And you'll see right there, number 99, Custer was trying to seal, but they ruled it a charge. Similar to a moving screen in basketball right there. You're not allowed to effectively block like an offensive lineman in football. Monarchs working around. Levanova had a great first half, about 4 goals. Occasion to Henricks. And there's Williams with a shot from the right wing, just a little bit off center. Off frame, that is. Number 11, Julia Taylor bringing it up court. Number 9 at the right wing, that is Kathleen Darling with the offense-defense substitution. And 19 left back, Amanda Ollinger. 21, Ashley Van Reen at left wing. Right wing is number 8. That is Taylor Telechea. And pivot 99, Jessica Custer for Rogue. Van Reen wants a shot, and what a great shot it was. Top right corner, far post. You can't get a shot much better than that, folks. Not many goalies can save that. 14-5 ball game, 21 minutes left in this game. Monarchs working around. Can't be too angry with that shot from Levanova. Worked in the first half, just a good save from number 10, I believe. That is Caden Shearer. Rogue working around them. They have number 3. That is Jeannie Helivek in at right back. Cross-court pass and a great finish from Taylor. 15-5. Number 31, Julia Williams, is leaving the game. From the right wing position, we have number 63 coming in. Not able to take control of it. And there's the fast break. What a dime. Mahomes-esque, but great defense from Henricks. Great hustle. She got in front of Van Reen before she got control of the ball and was able to move her and drive her out. That is exactly what you want. If Henricks were to hit her from behind there, then that is not only a 7-meter, but that's an easy 2-minute call. They'd be down a woman for 2 minutes. 15-5, 20 minutes left in this second half. And a great steal from Henricks. Let's see if she can beat the defense. That was a block from one of the Rogue players on the Peters shot. Henricks has some great instincts out there defensively. She's a former pro basketball player. She's played in Australia, among other countries. Played for, I believe, UW River Falls in college. And 11 has to back off a little bit right there. They need to give a couple meters of space. And a shot from the right wing, 63, just able to be saved by the goalie. Van Reen on the fast break. Again, the great defense from Henricks. You can see that basketball pass that she had with her quick lateral ability on defense, side to side quickness. 15-5 game, 18 minutes left in this second half. Rogue working around. That's 19, Ollinger with the ball. Monarchs are playing a little bit more aggressive this half defensively. That's a charge. Oh. No, it's a 9-meter. No, 7-meter call. 7-meter call. Right here we have number 3, Jeannie Helivek, taking this 7-meter. Another great shot. 16-5, 17 and a half minutes remaining. Monarch ball. 11 over going in, 9-meter penalty. Again, the height of Rogue is just very tough to get past. You really got to be working those angles. Got to work the gaps. Good defense to hit that. Still Monarch ball. Good hustle by number 5, Congas Perez. Shot from Levanova is saved. But it's a 9-meter call. And again, that's a 9-meter right there because Rogue made contact with Levanova as she was, oh, nope. I'm sorry, it is not a 9-meter. Some confusion from me and others on the court. Taylor bringing it up at the center position, number 19, Ollinger. Out at left back. Right back is Helivek. And a new pivot coming in the ball game, that is 18, Casey Sweezy. Rogue working around. Little overlap action, and that is exactly what you want. Ollinger elevating over the defense and scoring. 17-5 ball game. Now we have Ann Nyamwaya at right back for the Monarchs. Henricks has moved to left back with Cajun in the center. Good fast break defense by the Monarchs, but this great fast break offense from Rogue. That is number 21, Ashley Van Reen. 18-5. 15 minutes left in the second half. The shot from 63. Monarchs got to get back on defense. Rogue wants the break. Got a 2-on-1. And there's that left wing shot. Great save by Blum. Monarchs working around. We have Emily Mueller coming in at the right wing position. Rogue on the fast break. Great defense by Henricks. But it looks like Olga Cajun was slightly behind the Rogue player Van Reen as she was trying to defend, and so does a 7-meter. But because it's not a dangerous play necessarily, it's not going to be a 2 minutes. 14 minutes left. We have Hellevick taking this 7-meter shot. She made her last one. She went top left. So she's going to do the same thing. Try to go on top right, but just off frame. Great work by Blum in net there. One of the keys so far from this Rogue defense is that they've really emphasized trying to stop the pivots. Like I mentioned before, Lottie Peters had a great 2 games yesterday, but they've been able to fairly neutralize her with their defense, just the length that they have inside. It's very hard to get that pass in the pivot. And Ann trying to get it in, but just a steal from 19 Ollinger. It's ruled a double dribble by the ref. But that ball was not in play yet. Peters out to Cajun, to Henricks, to Bjorklund. Nyamwaya to Mueller. And there's getting it to that wing. But the rebound by Peters on cue. 18-6 ball game, 12 minutes left. It's going to be hard for the Monarchs to get back into this. Once you get to that goal difference, it looks like we have a timeout here. So we're going to do a quick commercial break and we'll be back in a minute.
When you're close, you can feel it. You try harder. And you don't give up. Because when you're close, you do more. For the people that matter to you. And for the future, which is just around the corner. Being close is the best place to be. And in Sunneborg, we are close.
Welcome back to Bettendorf. It is Rogue ball, 18-6 ball game, 12-13 remaining. Rogue just called their last time out of the game. "12 minutes left. We now have Sullivan in at pivot for the Monarchs. The launch from number 19, Amanda Ollinger. Just off frame. Good defense from the Monarchs. Get the hands up. Monarchs working around. Lebanova wants the shot and just a save from number 12. That is Jamie Lenzo. What a pass. What a save. The pass from Kathleen Darling and the save from Blum. Anytime your goalie gets a save one-on-one, just like that, it's absolutely huge. Those are not the saves you expect to make, but those are the ones that you're very happy when you do. Lebanova working around Henricks. The fake, the shot from the right wing. Miller's not able to get that in. Save from 12, Lenzo. 18-6 ball game. 10:46 remaining. Rogue is up. Just off target from Ollinger there. Good defense from Ann. And there's a goal from Lebanova. That's her favorite shot right there. Starting off the left, moving to the right, and then just launching. What a save from Blum. That's going to be road ball because it went out on the sidelines, as I'd mentioned before. If that would have gone out on the baseline, that would be Monarch ball. That's going to be a 7-meter shot drawn from by number 8, Telechea. We have number 9, Kathleen Darling, taking this. The quick shot, the quick goal from Darling. 19-7 ball game. Monarchs are going to be working around here, trying for the quick shot pass. He's a little off center. Henricks getting the ball. She wants it back, not able to get it. That was what you want if you're the Monarchs, trying to split the defense. Not able to break through, though. Some offense-defense substitution. Number 5, Congas Perez is leaving for number 9, Darling. Back in the game at center. Ollinger with the ball to Darling. Trying to get in the pivots. Great save by Mueller getting that ball to Sullivan. Lebanova wants a shot. And there's a save from the goalie. Working around here, Rogue is not able to get the fast break and just a mishandled ball from Ollinger. It's going to be Monarch ball here, 19-7 ball game with 8 minutes left. At this point, it's going to be tough to make up this 12-goal differential in 8 minutes. If you're the Monarchs, you just want to see working around, a couple of good shots. This Monarch team is just over a year old. It's created spring of 25. There's a shot by Lebanova. Again, unlimited range. She's had a great game so far. I believe 5 of these goals, maybe 6 that they've had. 19-8. You'll notice the Monarchs are playing a 6 flat defense. What a save by Blum. Not a bad shot, but a just great save. Notice the Monarchs and, well, I guess Rogue is now playing a 5-1 defense. In order 5-1 defense is where you have one player way up at the top who's trying to disrupt those passes going to the center. The risk is the center becomes or the area around the 6 meter line becomes a little more wide open. That should be a goal. 28 ball game. 6:40 remaining. Monarchs are working around again. That number 5 right there, Beatrice Congas Perez, playing the 1 in the 5-1 defense, making it hard for Minnesota or the Monarchs to work it around as easily. But again, the risk is that those gaps around the 6 meter line are going to be a little bit bigger. So if the Monarchs can still move it around quickly, they have an opportunity to capitalize just like that. Just like that. Spreads out the defense a little bit more. Makes it harder to block those shots. 20-9, 6 minutes remaining in the second half here. Rogue ball. Steal by Nwaya. Oh, I'm sorry. Steal by Nyamwaya. But it goes out of bounds. A lot of lines here. So it's sometimes hard to see the out of bounds lines. That's a save by Blum. She's really come up clutch for the Monarchs this second half. She's had a great game. Working across courts. It's a tip ball. Tip on the shot means it is Monarch ball for a corner throw. Monarchs are working around. Sullivan throws it in. Henrich, the Bausel, will get the ball. Namwaya to Levanova to Bjorklund. Levanova wrapped up for a 9-meter penalty. Not able to control it, able to get the ball back. Good back cut by Harris. That is exactly how you want to beat the 5-1 defense with those back cuts. That is clean. Number 5, Tonga Perez with the miss. Looks like we got a timeout on the courts. We are going to send you to a quick commercial break. And we'll be back in 1 minute.
When you're close, you can feel it. You try harder. And you don't give up. Because when you're close, you do more. For the people that matter to you. And for the future, which is just around the corner. Being close is the best place to be. And in Sunderborg, we are close.
And we are back. Let's start the time. And we are back in Bettendorf, Iowa. Monarch ball after that timeout. No more timeouts for the Monarchs so far. We now have number 3, Louisa Weber, in the game for the Monarchs at left back. And there she is, Sarah Hollis, yet again on the fast break. I think she might have only been for one possession. She's already made an impact. We also have a substitution at left wing. That is Number 7, Cecilia Dean. And turnover, steal from Hollis. To number 18, Sweezy. Van Reen is playing left back. Number 9, Darling is playing center. 3, Hellevick at right back. Looks like they have a double pivot situation going on here. What a save by Plum. Monarchs working around here. 3 minutes left. Weber to Dean. It's occasion. Not able to control it. Rogue on the fast break. That is Van Reen. And just hits post. What a save by Blum on Hollis. Forces off shot by Van Reen and saves Hollis. Again, Blum's had a great second half right here. 21-9, 2.5 minutes remaining in this game. Monarchs have double pivot right now. Olga Cajun working it through. Ooh. Steps before the shot. It's going to be a 9-meter throw for Sullivan in the Monarchs. Shot from Nyamwaya. That is Ann with the goal. Making a 21-10 ball game. Her first goal of the game. Some nice sidearm action on that shot. Again, that's how you beat a tall team. Going to take those sidearm shots in the gap. The added benefits even harder for the goalie to see those. And Van Reen just with a beautiful swim move right there, making a 22-10 ball game. .120 left in this game. 22-10. Rogue is up on the Monarchs. Monarchs working it through. Let's see. Might be the last offense possession for them. They're calling it. Oh, nope, that is a goal. I thought it was a travel for a second. That is a goal by Weber. 22-11. That's her first goal of the ball game. 50 seconds left here. Hollis trying to overlap. Not able to get it from Van Reen. Great defense from Mueller and Nyamwaya. Darling trying to direct traffic here. Pass to Van Reen, hitting that gap, but a great save by Blum. 20 seconds left in this matchup. That's your U.S. Open Nationals. Let's see if the Monarchs can get one more goal. 10 seconds left. It's a steal from number 5, Cangas Perez. And one final goal for Rogue. Making it a final score of 23-11. The Rogue women beats the Minnesota Monarchs women. This is Jackson Hampton signing off. Thank you for watching.